Hey everybody, Mike Slifer here in the First Alert Forecast Center, and we have another First Alert Weather Extra for you where we deep dive into some of the forecast details. And we're going to begin by going through some of the numbers from today. We'll start off with a look at temperatures. 83 today for the Hartford area, 6 degrees shy of the record for September 18th, and 8 degrees above our normal high of 75. What you'll also notice is we did not see any rain today. It was another beautiful, dry, bright day across the state. Many towns actually made it into the 80s. 79 in New Haven was the official high, 79 in Waterbury, 76 in Norwich, 78 in Putnam, 72 in Groton. So a little bit cooler in southeastern Connecticut. And today was another day where we added a red tile to our calendar graphic here. And we actually are expecting to add another red tile tomorrow. But let's focus a bit more on the rain so far this month. We have had some rain. It was the first weekend of the month where we actually had some appreciable rain through parts of the state. We're a little bit farther removed from that now. And every Thursday, we get an update to the drought monitor. Here is the latest drought monitor. If you're looking at this and thinking to yourself, well, that looks awfully similar to what we saw last week, that's because it is. There was very little change, hardly noticeable when it comes to that. Perhaps we will see more in the way of change later. And by later, I mean, of course, next week when we get the next drought monitor update. But what's more notable, perhaps, is the extreme drought that has popped up in parts of Maine, the severe drought ongoing throughout most of northern New England, and how it sort of stops when it reaches close to the Mass Pike in, say, central and southern Massachusetts. So there's certainly a possibility that given the dry pattern, we will see more of this, that moderate and severe drought area end up getting expanded. So we're watching closely. We'll be the first to alert you if we see anything. But maybe the best way to address what's going on in Connecticut right now is to actually take a look at the numbers. When it comes to rainfall month to date, we are running a slight deficit both for the Hartford area and for Bridgeport. But when we go back to the start of 2025, maybe what's saving us right now, or what has been saving us, is this surplus that we've built up. Over a 2-inch surplus still since the start of the year, but we are going to be chipping away at that quite a bit over the next 7 days. In Bridgeport, it's a very different story. We are now at an 11-inch deficit compared to normal. And it doesn't look like that number is going to change anytime soon. Rather, it will keep changing, I guess. The deficit will keep growing. It will not get any better anytime soon. No improvements expected. So as you might expect, First Alert Live radar scanning clear and dry right now. Nothing to track here across the state, and we will keep the dry conditions around tonight. We'll take you to our iCam view here in New London. It's 64 degrees, maybe a little bit of fog trying to form right now in the southeastern part of the state. Winds are to the southwest at 6 miles an hour, but we can see stars. We have clear skies overhead. Our iCam view in Old Saybrook looking tranquil right now. Off in the distance, we can see the lighthouse, and we'll finish with a live look in our iCam in Rocky Hill looking north to the Hartford skyline. Great visibility here, looking to the north, and again, we can see stars, meaning that skies are clear. And that's what we expected, was to see clear skies tonight. Temperatures really have not fallen all that much. We still see some towns, especially in southwestern Connecticut, in the mid-70s. Elsewhere, we are in the mid and upper 60s, so they are down from where they were, where they peaked, rather, I should say, but still up compared to where they were yesterday. Now, they will drop a bit more as the night goes on. It's a slow progression, though, about 60 to 65 in the pre-dawn hours, and then eventually we would start to see some 50s get mixed in. So this is where we'll bottom out. Mid and upper 50s throughout the Litchfield Hills, closer to the 60-degree mark in the greater Hartford area, and then across the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut back in the mid and upper 50s. But it's shoreline communities that should expect temperatures closer to 60 degrees tonight, and even inland sections of our southern 4 counties will be closer to the 60-degree mark. So typically this time of year, our low temperature would be around 53 degrees. We will certainly be above that. And looking ahead, we are bright right into the day. We're dry right into the day tomorrow, and bright throughout the day tomorrow, too. Nothing really to show in the way of cloud cover here on First Alert Futurecast. You will note that we have a shift to more of a northwesterly wind tomorrow, and that's courtesy of a passing cold front. But that also means if you have any plans to be outdoors tomorrow, maybe you're heading up to West Springfield to go to the Big E. It is going to be an excellent day to be outside. Temperatures for this time of year running on the warmer side, as many towns will likely peak near 80 degrees. So if you like these warmer days, get out there and enjoy it. And plenty of sunshine out there too. If maybe your plans take you to a corn maze tomorrow, a lot of them are in full swing already. Temperatures will again be peaking in the lower 80s sometime in the middle of the afternoon. Full sunshine out there, and it is the final day of the school week. Temperatures in the morning near 60 degrees. Recess outside, temps in the mid-70s. Ride home near 80 degrees. You do not need to worry about sending your kids off to school with extra layers. That is certain. They can enjoy what is going to be a seasonably warm day across the state. Beyond the school day, how about some Friday night football? Our game of the week, Conard at Bristol Central. 76 at 5 o'clock, 70 at 7 o'clock, 64 at 9 o'clock, and it looks like a spectacular evening to spend some time outdoors. We do have a front that will cross tomorrow, and that's what reinforces that northwesterly wind, but we don't have any moisture, meaning there's no chance for showers with it. High pressure starts to build in behind it, settling in over the state on Saturday, and this is going to lead to another beautiful Saturday, a bit cool perhaps. Look at where we begin the day, 7 a.m. We're talking upper 40s and lower 50s across most of Connecticut. And we will see temperatures climb thereafter. If your plans take you to the Rent in East Hartford, Ball State versus UConn, 3:30 kickoff, temperatures tailgating beforehand going through the 60s, climbing to near 70 or so. Plenty of sunshine out there, and then those numbers will start to drop back by the time the game is getting closer to wrapping up. So it might not be a bad idea to have a light jacket there. As you're walking back to the car, temperatures likely around 60 degrees. And guess what? We'll be back in the 40s on Sunday morning. Even with the dry weather, the pollen counts really aren't looking too impressive. We will be at low to moderate counts for ragweed and grasses tomorrow. Maybe a slight uptick Saturday, back down a little bit on Sunday. But the overall theme here is nothing very impactful, which is good news. The First Alert 7-day forecast going from 81 tomorrow to 72 Saturday, 46 out there Sunday morning, 73 Sunday afternoon, 78 on Monday. That is the autumnal equinox. So this is the final weekend of astronomical summer, feeling a bit more like fall. Ironically, as we begin astronomical fall on Monday, it'll feel a bit more like summer because temperatures are back into the low 80s on Tuesday. And Tuesday is our only chance, as we see it now, for any showers. They look to be isolated in nature. This is not the soaking rain that we could really use across the state. We are thinking that by Wednesday, we might keep some of the cloud cover around, but we're back to dry and then back to bright on Thursday with highs in the mid-70s. 82 at the shoreline on Friday, 72 Saturday, 71 Sunday, mid-70s Monday, upper 70s Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the mid-70s on Thursday. We'll take you through our model comparison Tuesday to sort of highlight what we're looking at early next week. Still several days out. Things will change, but 7 o'clock Tuesday morning, we're still dry. Now, as the day goes on, 1 p.m., we start to see signals that showers could be possible. Very light shades of green on both the American and European models. You'll also note that some parts of the state may actually still be fairly bright, even by 1 o'clock on Tuesday. But it's Tuesday evening, 7 p.m., where we see more in the way of green across the state. These lighter shades of green indicating the higher likelihood that any showers will be very isolated in nature. So will not be hugely impactful to your plans, and it's, again, not really the soaking rain that we need. When it comes to temperatures, when we look at the 6 to 10 day outlook here, this is the 24th to 28th, getting very close to the end of the month. Shades of red indicating the higher likelihood the temperatures will remain above normal. And just to sort of quantify where we typically would be looking ahead, it's September 29th where the average high, the normal high for the Hartford area actually drops to 70. So when we start to see shades of red this time of year, that could indicate temperatures, say, in the mid and upper 70s, not necessarily 80s or even higher, but still worth noting that the pattern overall will favor milder days, warmer days compared to normal. In the tropics right now, one wave off of Africa has a low chance of actually becoming named, and out ahead of that wave, we currently have Gabrielle, which is still a tropical storm moving to the west-northwest at 13 miles an hour. Gabrielle's biggest struggle has been with the wind shear, which has prevented the storm from really becoming super organized, which prevents it from strengthening too quickly. But we do expect it to strengthen more, not only as we get into the start of next week, or rather the end of the weekend, but into the start of next week too. At this point in time, it's forecast to be well out to sea, a fish storm, no impacts to land. Even Bermuda could be unscathed by this. we will likely see a strengthening to Category 1, perhaps even Category 2 strength early next week, and then it will weaken as it starts to lift off to the northeast. The next name on the list will be Umberto, followed by Imelda, and we will be the first to alert you if either of those form. The Atlantic hurricane season does run through the end of November. So we still have a lot of time left, and we will, I'm sure, be tracking more as the season goes on. To take things back home, a pretty dry forecast over the next 7 days. One chance for showers, and that's Tuesday, and even that not looking overly impressive. Certainly not the soaking rain that we could use. We will have another First Alert Weather Extra tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., streaming live right here on WFSB Plus, so make sure you join us. Otherwise, you can get updates on the Wax tonight at 10, Channel 3 tonight at 11, and from Scott Haney tomorrow morning on Channel 3. Hope you have a great night, and hope you'll join us in the Wax in 20.